Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I've got 3 chilling stories for you. Each one darker, stranger, and more unsettling than the last. From neighbors who turn into stalkers, to faces that shouldn't exist, to a family getaway that spiraled into something terrifying. So dim the lights, grab your headphones, and let's get into it. My girlfriend and I had just moved into our dream home. It felt perfect. One the right size, the right neighborhood, and even Bella, our rescue cat, seemed to love it. But there was one problem. The house next door. It was abandoned mid-renovation. Fences were missing, leaving both our gardens exposed. At first, we thought nothing of it. That is, until our first night. As we sat in the backyard, enjoying the fresh air, I noticed something. A man staring at us from the window of the house behind ours. His face blank. No expression. Just staring. For over 30 minutes. We brushed it off, but the strange encounters began to pile up. 3 men walked right into our garden one night, one of them holding a large bag. They offered us stolen washing-up tablets. We declined, nervous, but they smiled and left as if it was the most normal thing in the world. Soon they began cutting through our garden regularly, acting like they owned the space, watching us, intimidating us. And then came the whistling, the tapping on our windows at 2 a.m., the night our doorbell camera was stolen and the memory card removed, as if someone was planning something much worse. Then one night, we checked the live feed from our camera one, and there he was. A masked man, arms outstretched like Jesus on the cross, standing in our garden and staring up at our window. The police brushed it off, telling us it isn't illegal to stare. But the harassment never stopped. Every time we think it's over, it starts again. We're still living in terror and still waiting for the next knock. Let me start by saying I am not crazy. At least I don't think I am. It began 3 months ago, after I broke up with my ex, Caleb. He wasn't violent, but he was controlling, manipulative in the most subtle ways. I cut him off, changed my number, moved apartments. I thought I was free. Then, one day, a barista at my new coffee shop smiled at me and said, "Good morning, sunshine." That was Caleb's nickname for me, one he used in a cruel, sarcastic way. At first, I thought it was coincidence, until a rideshare driver asked, "Ever figure out what you're running from?" Word for word, something Caleb once said to me. It kept happening. Strangers in grocery stores, on the street, even in my own apartment building. They would whisper things only Caleb used to say. Same tone, same phrases, same piercing eyes. I reached out to Caleb's sister. She swore he couldn't be behind it, that he was in rehab with no phone, no contact. And the photos proved it. So, if it wasn't him, then who? One night, I returned home to find my doormat flipped over. Scrawled underneath in pen were the words, "You can change your face too if you want, but I'll still recognize you." That night, I threw up. It escalated. A woman with a blank face knocked on my hotel door at 2 a.m. The clerk swore no one had been on that floor. I started to realize this wasn't random. Someone was feeding people my details. Maybe Caleb, maybe some sick underground network he was part of. And then, last week, I heard it again. A stranger passing me on the street whispered, "Still hiding behind books, sunshine?" I don't think this will ever stop. I can't trust faces anymore. And I don't think I ever will. When my aunt suggested a family trip to the Great Lakes, we were excited. 18 of us packed into a massive Airbnb with a breathtaking view of the water. It should have been perfect. But because of the size of our family, some of us, me and my cousins, were placed in the secondary building, a 2-story garage with bedrooms upstairs. From the beginning, it felt wrong. Moldy bathrooms, stained linens, weak locks on the doors. But the real terror began around 3 a.m. That's when the first crash hit the garage door. Loud, heavy, like someone had thrown their whole body against it. It happened again, then again, each time shaking the building to its foundation. My uncle went outside to check. He found a man standing behind the garage. Not hiding, not moving, just staring. When my uncle shouted at him, the man didn't run. He didn't even flinch. He simply turned and vanished. No sound, No footsteps, nothing. Later, we discovered something chilling. Jester playing cards. One left in the garage, the other in the main house. A twisted, demonic Jester face staring up at us. The next night, footsteps crept across the porch. The basement door rattled as if someone was trying to force it open. My younger cousins were sleeping down there. That was our last night. We left a day early, too terrified to stay. To this day, we don't know who the man was. Was it a local, angry at Airbnb guests, something paranormal, or something darker? All we know is this: Jesters mock. They laugh at you. And whatever was out there by the lake that night, it was laughing at us. So, what do you think? Were these intruders just people trying to scare their neighbors or something far more sinister? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more terrifying true stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a night of horror. Thanks for listening, and stay safe out there. Music ends. The stories we shared tonight tap into those primitive fears that lie within all of us, of the fear of the unknown, the fear of losing control, the fear of the darkness that might dwell just beyond our field of vision. We might never know the truth behind these eerie encounters, but perhaps it's the mystery itself that leaves us in a perpetual state of unease. As the night deepens and shadows grow longer, remember this: sometimes the chilling gaze you sense upon your back is more than just imagination. Here's hoping the only thing that goes bump in the night is your heartbeat. Good night, and may your dreams be free of shadows.